Okay, Envy Moose Lover here, and got another video of my groundhog here, my little backyard groundhog, and he's getting a little bit more used to me. I went out this morning, and around 10 o'clock or so, it was starting to warm up, and he was sitting right there, right where he is now, and of course he went down to his den, and so I had some cabbage. It was already shredded cabbage that I bought in the bag, and so I put it in the bowl for him there, and I scratched on the side of the building there where he had disappeared down the hole, and went over and sat on my chair, set the camera up, and then went and sat on my chair, and he came right out of the hole right quick and started eating here. So I had to speed some of this up because it ended up being quite long, but I didn't want to shorten it too much. But so I sped some of it up here. He's really happy to get the cabbage, I think. He's like, yeah, this is pretty good. And I'd already given him, I just forgot I already was out there this morning and earlier, and gave him, about, I don't know, 3 or 4 leaves of cabbage, because I had a head of cabbage that I've been feeding him. So I threw that down the hole, and scratched on the building and waited for a minute, and then threw it down in his den there, and he wasn't long. He got a hold of it, and I could see him haul it in. I can just see just a little bit down in that hole there, and then his den is back in there somewhere. His actual den that he's got dug. Anyway, so he ate that this morning, and I thought, well, I'll go give him a little bit more. Because imagine there's not too much green stuff he can get. So anyway, and then I just sat in my chair. I sat out there only about maybe 30 feet away, and he would look over at me every now and then and check on me. But for the most part, he's tolerating me pretty good. I guess it's worth it for the food. So yeah. I think maybe I might move that log that's there. There's some logs along the edge of the building there. I think I had kind of plugged holes there to keep the skunks. I had baby skunks that followed me home one day. I've got a video there on my channel of some baby skunks that I filmed a few years ago. And I run into them. They had a den right there. I didn't realize that there were skunks in it, and then never saw the mother. But the young ones, they were all in a bunch there one morning, and they're really tiny, and about the size of squirrels, adult squirrels, and I thought this would be cute, and I ran back to the house, and I had a can of sardines, so I went back out and I started feeding these skunks these sardines, and some pretty cute videos there. I was holding the camera down low, and they were like, they do this backing up thing. Skunks they do this. It's like I think they mean it as an aggressive behavior, but it's kind of like, I don't know, they kind of rush you a little bit, but then they just kind of back up real quick, and it's like defensive. They don't really know how to react to people, and they kind of come at you just a little bit, and then they back up real quick. It's really cute. So I was filming that, and then there was another day I was in the area, and I saw another one there, and then eventually, there was one morning, there was one of them at my building here, and I thought, that's not good, because I don't mind a groundhog, but skunks, so I had to board some of the little openings underneath this little shed here, storage shed. And then, of course, once the groundhog showed up, he'd keep the skunks out, I would imagine, but we've had groundhogs living here for quite a few years now, since then. So, since the skunk. So anyway, there are other groundhog holes here in different places and dens they've got. But anyway, he's having a little hard time getting down around behind that log there. It's froze right now, but once it to get it thawed out a little bit there, I can maybe move it and give him a little bit more room to maybe get out of there. Anyway, yeah, he ate some of the cabbage in the bowl, and then I went and got him a little water. I'm really pampering him. Gave him a little water there because there isn't any liquid water much. There, just a little melting in the middle of the day. There's another little hole in the other corner of this building, but it's got a puddle of water in it all the time. So, and it freezes at night, so he's getting some moisture out of this food, which is good, but he'll eat snow if he has to. Most animals will eat snow if they have to, so anyway, so then I gave him some apple slices and the rest of the apple. And I had my camera set a little too close here. I didn't realize where he's coming out here. He's up just a bit further than I thought he would come out, so I can barely see him. But once I get this log, geez, I can't even talk. Once I get this log out of the way here, I'm gonna just, that's all I want to do is just get a few more videos. I'm not going to videotape them all summer, really. I'm just, well, I mean, I just want to get him eating some different things, so it'll just be every now and then. And but I'm waiting for the warmer weather here, and then you know, I can, you know, he's used to the bowl already, so if I just put whatever I put in the bowl, he's probably going to eat it. And I just found a channel of a guy that's got Groundhog's Chunky, I think is the channel. And I didn't even know there was a channel, and I mean, he's been filming them for years, and he's got all places set up for them and a little picnic table, and it's really funny stuff. I mean, he feeds them everything. They're just chomping all the time, eating carrots, and they stand up and eat all the stuff. And I don't know how he made them stand up to eat it all, but they just do it that way, and they don't sit down. They just stand up straight, and it's funny seeing a groundhog eat a carrot straight, standing up. And yeah, they got families. I mean, he's got, I guess he was fighting with him, and he's a gardener, and he was kind of fighting him with his gardens, and then he made a truce, I guess. He's got mugs and everything now. He's got merchandise with their faces on it, and yeah, Chunky or Chunks, I think it's Chunks is what it's called. And then there's all other names for them now. He's got generations of them there, so anyway, yeah. So I just want to, you know, feed them a few things, you know, like watermelon and maybe different things, just cute to see how they react to it. And I mean, he's feeding his peanuts and all kinds of things. I see we're coming to the end of the video here, but he's going right to town on the rest of this apple here, but he never did pick it up like Chunks does and hold on to it. He never figured that one out, I guess, just as easy to eat it on the ground, but then he got tired, I think. He said, I really want to grab it and have a better, he's nervous of me. He knows I'm over sitting on that chair there anyway, so he's going to grab it here and take it down the hole, because he's like, I'm going to take this down to my living room and eat it, in my kitchen, whatever. And like I said, this video ended up being quite long. I sped some of it up. I didn't want to cut it all out, but I'm going to try not to make them too long. I just, you know, now that I got a theme here, I just, you know, different types of food and put it in the bowl and then come and eat it, you know. But anyway, it's fun to fool around with them a little bit. And it's really neat because, you know, like I just scratch on the building and it, you know, he'll come, you know, stick his head out or, you know, respond because he knows I've got food. That's a call sign. So anyway, there he goes. He says, well, I'm going to take this down to my den. Maybe the baby's got babies. I don't know if they're big enough to eat an apple, but later, I mean, whatever.